Greetings to everyone and welcome to today's internal awareness session. This presentation aims to explain Al Masood Energy's emergency preparedness and response and highlight its importance to Al Masood employees. The contents of the presentation will include the following: awareness objectives, awareness deliverables, hazards, alarms and extinguishing equipment, Al Masood Energy emergency equipment, classification of fires, pass method, material safety data sheet, MSDS, evacuation preparedness, workplace, fire safety procedures, Al Masood Energy emergency contact numbers, Al Masood Energy escape route plan, mock drill plan, preventing hazards. Conclusion. The purpose of Al Masood Energy emergency preparedness and response is to establish a structured and effective mechanism for identifying potential sources of accidents and emergency situations, responding promptly and appropriately to such occurrences, preventing or mitigating the associated risks. The principal objective is to ensure thorough emergency planning and preparedness, enabling Al Masood Energy to respond efficiently to actual emergencies. This helps minimize unnecessary reliance on public emergency services, reduce the severity of injuries or environmental damage, and limit property loss or operational disruptions. The deliverables of this awareness session is to understand and follow EPR safety protocols. All employees need to be familiar with the EPR system procedures to ensure safe work compliances. Stay alert to safety hazards and risk factors. Continuously monitor for any potential safety risks, unsafe conditions, or deviations from safety protocols. Maintain emergency equipment readiness, inspect and service first aid kits, fire extinguishers, spill containment materials, and rescue gear on the scheduled intervals. Participate in scheduled drills and training, attend all mock drills, evacuation exercises, and HSE training sessions to build muscle memory and confidence. Report near misses and unsafe conditions promptly. Use the incident reporting system to flag hazards before they result in injuries or environmental impacts. Know your emergency roles and contacts. Memorize your assigned role in the EPR flowchart. Key internal and external emergency numbers. Assist external visitors or people of determination during evacuation and ensure their needs are met in the response plan. Contribute to post-incident reviews. Share observations during debriefs to help refine procedures, equipment placement, and communication protocols. There are many hazards that can arise during emergencies in operational environments. Understanding these hazards is critical for both prevention and emergency response preparedness. Fire hazards are common in most workplace settings, especially where flammable materials or heat-generating equipment are used. Flammable or combustible liquids like oils or solvents can ignite easily. Combustible solids such as packaging materials or wood also pose fire risks. Machine overheating or electrical malfunction can lead to sparks or fire. Welding and torch cutting are high-risk tasks due to open flames and heat. Smoking in unauthorized areas is a serious fire trigger. Always ensure hot work permits are in place and that flammable materials are properly stored and handled. Flammable chemicals. Improper handling of chemicals during normal operations or emergency situations increases risk. Smoke may indicate early signs of combustion or chemical reaction. Improper storage or dispensing of chemicals can lead to leaks or explosions. Chemical spills can escalate into fire or environmental hazards quickly. Ensure that all flammable substances are labeled, stored, and handled according to safety protocols. Electrical fire hazard. These hazards are especially dangerous due to their sudden and often hidden nature. Overloaded systems can overheat and ignite nearby materials. Damaged wiring is a hidden risk that can cause short circuits. Defective machinery or power tools may generate sparks or fail under stress. Always ensure regular equipment inspections and load monitoring, which can greatly reduce electrical fire risk. The following are the key safety alarms and extinguishing equipment for emergency response. Sound for help. Flashers refers to a manual method of alerting others in the immediate vicinity of an emergency, such as shouting or using a whistle. Main alarm system. This indicates a centralized system designed to alert personnel across the facility or a designated area in case of an emergency, such as a fire or evacuation. Fire suppression system will automatically signal an alarm to the fire department upon activation, example due to heat or smoke detection. Portable extinguisher. This refers to handheld fire extinguishers strategically placed throughout the premises, allowing trained personnel to tackle small, contained fires in their initial stages. Fire hose. This indicates the presence of fire hoses connected to a water supply, providing a more substantial means of extinguishing larger fires when used by trained individuals. Portable manual-operated siren horn, used for alerting or signaling in emergency situations, maritime applications, or outdoor activities where a portable, human-powered alarm is needed. Al-Masood Energy Safety Emergency Equipment. Fire Alarm Pull Station. This is a manual activation point for the fire alarm system. In case of a fire, individuals can break the glass or pull the lever to trigger the alarm and alert others. Portable fire extinguishers. These are essential for tackling small, localized fires. The different colors and labels on the extinguishers usually indicate the type of fire they are suitable for. Example: Class A for ordinary combustibles, Class B for flammable liquids, Class C for electrical fires. Portable eye wash station. This typically contains sterile saline solution for flushing the eyes in case of chemical or particulate contamination. The image shows a unit with 2 bottles, suggesting it's designed for immediate, on-the-spot first aid. Emergency eye wash and shower station. This is a more comprehensive safety fixture designed to provide a thorough flushing of the eyes and body in case of significant chemical exposure or other hazardous material contact. The classification of fires is classified based on the type of material that is burning. Understanding these classifications is crucial for selecting the appropriate type of fire extinguisher to effectively and safely put out a fire. Class A solid materials such as wood, paper, textiles, and rubbish. Class B liquids and liquefiable solids, oil paints, and greases. Class C gases, like methane and propane. Class D metals, like aluminum or magnesium. Class D fires require specialized extinguishing agents. Class K involves combustible cooking media like vegetable or animal oils and fats. Class K fires require extinguishers that can turn the burning oils and fats into a non-combustible foam blanket. A water fire extinguisher has a distinct red body and a label clearly indicating water. It is the most effective extinguishing agent for Class A fires, cheapest and most readily available extinguishing medium, principally cools the materials. Small jet restricts coverage. Not to be used on electrical equipment or flammable liquids, this is a critical safety warning. A foam fire extinguisher. It has a red body and a cream-colored label clearly indicating foam. It is particularly good for Class B fires and can also be used on some Class A fires. It has the ability to reduce the risk of a fire reigniting. The foam blanket that covers the fuel source helps to prevent reignition by suppressing the release of flammable vapors and cooling the surface. It forms a layer on top of the burning liquid, preventing oxygen reaching it and the further escape of vapor. It has the ability to freeze, so avoid placing in cold conditions. A dry powder fire extinguisher. It has a blue label clearly indicating powder. It is effective of fire classes A, B and C. It can be used on live electrical equipment. It is capable of extinguishing fire more rapidly than foam. It is very messy to use even on a small fire. The powder may affect some people medically, example asthma patients. A carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. It has a red body with black label or full black body. It is good to use on live electrical equipment. It works on smaller Class B fires. It smothers, reduces fire by displacing the oxygen. It does not cause property or material damage. Using carbon dioxide fire extinguisher in a small or enclosed space can be dangerous because it removes oxygen from the air, which can cause you to suffocate. When a carbon dioxide fire extinguisher is used, the release of gas is very loud, which can startle or alarm the person operating it. The pass method is a simple way to remember how to properly use a fire extinguisher. P means pull the pin at the top of the extinguisher. This unlocks the extinguisher and allows you to discharge it. Aim at the base of the fire, not the flames. This is important. To put the fire, you must extinguish the fuel. Always remember to operate the extinguisher from a safe distance, several feet away, and then move towards the fire once it starts to diminish. S stands for squeeze the lever slowly. This will release the extinguish agent in the extinguisher. If the handle is released, the discharge will stop. S sweep from side to side. Using a sweep motion, move the fire extinguisher back and forth until the fire is completely out. Once the fire is out, don't walk away. Watch the area for a few minutes in case it reignites. Recharge the extinguisher immediately after use. A safety data sheet is a document that gives important safety information about a chemical, including its hazards, safe handling, and what to do in an emergency like a spill or fire. The key information includes the following: product details and manufacturer information, hazards the material may pose, first aid measures, accidental release measures, handling and storage guidelines, exposure controls, personal protection recommendations, physical and chemical properties, stability and reactivity, toxicological information, ecological information, safe disposal methods, disposal considerations, transport information, regulatory information. Evacuation preparedness outlines the important steps and information you must know to ensure safety during an evacuation at Al Masood Energy's facilities. Become familiar with nearest exit and keep it clear. Participate in drills and provide feedback. Become familiar with evacuation coordinators and headcount personnel. Recognize the evacuation signal, alarm, and listen for instructions. Go directly to the nearest safe exit. Proceed to the assembly area. Be able to recognize the sound, signal of a fire or evacuation alarm. Be aware of the pathways to a minimum of 2 exits from every area of the workplace. Know the location of the fire alarms and how to use them. Don't re-enter the building without the permission of authorities. In case of a fire, remember the RACE fire safety procedure. R. Rescue. Assist anyone who is in immediate danger and help them to a safe area as fast as possible. A. Alarm. Alert others by activating any available alarm systems in your immediate area. C. Contain. Confine the fire as much as possible by shutting doors and windows. E. Extinguish. Only attempt to put out the fire if you have the proper fire extinguisher and if the fire is small enough. Workplace. Fire safety procedures provides a guide on how to react in case of a fire in the workplace. The first step is to not panic and immediately activate the nearest fire alarm to alert everyone in the building. If possible, contact the fire department to provide them with details about the fire and the location. Next, evacuate the building by running to the nearest emergency exit or door. Do not stop to collect personal belongings. In a fire emergency, the priority is to evacuate safely. Do not waste time trying to gather personal items. Do not use the elevator. Use the stairs. Elevators can become trapped or malfunction during a fire, which is dangerous. Report to your assembly point. Once outside, proceed to the designated fire assembly point. This allows for a head count to ensure everyone has evacuated safely and to receive further instructions. And at last, do not return to the building until authorized to do so. Re-entering the building before it has been declared safe by the authorities can be extremely dangerous due to potential structural damage, remaining fire hazards, or toxic fumes.
Al Masood Energy type of emergencies identified include the following: fire, fires in buildings, vehicles, explosions; medical, serious injuries, fatalities, cardiopulmonary emergencies; natural disasters, floods, earthquakes and tremors, heavy rain, lightning. Workplace accidents. Chemical spills, marine accidents, road accidents, acts of terrorism, public health emergencies, pandemic.
The Al Masood Energy emergency contact numbers are displayed for your reference guide in case of emergency situations and key personnel within your department.
ERT team competency. The ERT team is trained and certified by third-party organizations in firefighting, first aid, and handling chemical spills. The ERT team is responsible for reviews and ensures that the response plans and other safety requirements are in place and working properly, with no gaps or issues in the system, during quarterly ERT meetings.
It is important to know your department's emergency contact directory, allowing employees to quickly reach the appropriate personnel within their specific department or related service in case of an emergency. This is the visual representation of Al Masood Energy's escape route plan facility layout, clearly indicating the designated escape routes in case of an emergency and the location of the assembly points. Escape routes are the solid blue arrows that clearly indicate the designated paths to follow when evacuating from different areas within the facility. These routes will lead you towards the emergency exits. The assembly points are the green squares marked assembly point, with a green X inside, which show the designated safe gathering areas outside the buildings where employees should proceed after evacuating. Al Masood Energy facility has 4 designated assembly points. 2 are located at the beginning of the premises, which is near the main entrance and parking area, and the other 2 are located at the end of the premises, which is near the jetty area. The following is the mock drill plan for 2025, which includes various emergency scenarios at different locations with at least 1 drill planned for each quarter. This allows for regular testing and reinforcement of emergency response and develop skills among the employees to prepare and train them well on how to respond effectively in the event of a real emergency. The drills are scheduled to take place at various locations, including Musafa Base, IPS Store, Al-Faza IA, and ICAD 2. The first quarter drill will be emergency evacuation drill. The second quarter, which is from April to June, will conduct the vehicle accident, vehicle fire drill and man overboard drill. For third quarter, the fire suppression and evacuation drill. And the fourth quarter will be emergency response on hazardous chemical spill and security drill. The mock drill is a simulated exercise or practice run that imitates a real-time emergency, preparing the individuals and organization to evaluate the potential weakness, improving the response time and readiness to handle emergency crises during fires, hazardous chemical release, medical emergencies, and natural disasters. The benefits of mock drill practice at work are: to take the least possible time for a safe evacuation, minimize your property damage and maximize your business continuity, helps to identify the area using the nearest safe exit to be safe during natural disasters, and reduces financial costs and the period of overall relief. The procedures for conducting mock drills are as follows. Step 1. Identify the purpose of the drill, whether it is fire drill, earthquake drill, or medical emergency drill. Step 2. Develop the plans and assign tasks to the participants to make understanding their roles, responsibility and timelines. Step 3. Inform the participants about the drill, its purpose, and the scheduled date and time. Step 4. Execute the mock drill, initiate the scenario and allow participants to respond as if it were a real emergency and observe their actions, communication, and coordination. Step 5. Evaluate mock drill performance and gather feedback from participants what they gained from this training and discuss what to improve. Evaluate strengths and weaknesses to update emergency plans. Step 6. Document the observation, feedbacks, and area of improvement. Updated safety procedures for future evaluation. Preventing hazards, specifically fires in your workplace, is crucial. The pie chart shows the percentage breakdown of the primary causes of fires. 29.4% is cooking. This is the largest segment, indicating that cooking activities are the most frequent cause of fires. 11.2% is intentional. This significant portion indicates fires that were deliberately started, suggesting an act of ignition. 9.3% is electrical. Faulty electrical wiring, overloaded circuits, or malfunctioning electrical equipment are responsible for this percentage of fires. 7.8% is careless. This category likely includes fires caused by negligence or unsafe practices, such as unattended machines or improper disposal of lit cigarettes. 7.3% is appliances. Malfunctioning or misused appliances contribute to this portion of fires. By understanding these causes, all employees must take precautions to be mindful and alert at their workplaces and take steps to mitigate risks and enhance overall fire safety. The fire safety checklist can be used to assess fire safety preparedness in your workplace. It is very important to check for the following. Does your property have clear and accessible escape routes that you are aware of? Is firefighting equipment available throughout the entire property or near your department? Do you have a fully working, regularly tested fire alarm? Do you have a set of fire procedures displayed for your employees? Are the staff regularly trained in fire safety matters? Are all of the staff taken into consideration in your evacuation plans? Is there have a sectioned area for smokers in your premises? Are the fire extinguishers serviced and replaced on a regular basis? Are all of the electrical systems and appliances maintained and checked regularly? Maintaining housekeeping is one of the most important ways to eliminate accident and fire hazards. It helps to maintain safety, healthy work conditions. Saves time, money, materials, space, and effort. Improves productivity and quality. Boosts morale. Reflects a well-run organization. Make time for housekeeping. Evaluate your workspace. Remove hazards before starting work. Turn equipment off after using it. Clean up as you go. Never ignore a safety hazard. Key points to remember. Good housekeeping helps prevent workplace fires and accidents. Maintaining a clean and organized workspace reduces fire risks, trip hazards, and access obstructions during emergencies. Keeping the workplace neat, clean, and safe is everyone's responsibility. Safety isn't just a policy, it's a shared, daily practice by all employees, visitors, and contractors. Stay alert to housekeeping hazards. Be observant of cluttered exits, blocked extinguishers, slippery floors, or mismanaged tools and materials. Eliminate or report hazards immediately. Take direct action if it's safe to do so, or report the issue to the HSE team or your supervisor without delay. Every second counts in hazard prevention. Fire prevention. Store flammable and combustible liquids in proper containers. Keep reactive chemicals separated. Prevent the accumulation of combustibles. Keep combustibles away from electrical equipment and hot machinery. Exits and fire equipment. Keep evacuation routes clear. Don't block emergency exits. Make sure fire extinguishers are accessible. Ensure that electrical panels can be opened. Chemical safety. Make sure containers are properly labeled. Inspect containers for signs of damage. Wear required PPE. Follow safe storage and handling procedures. Clean up spills. Safety data sheets shall be placed in workplace. Machine safety. Keep the area around the machines clear. Inspect machines before use. Make sure all guards are operating. Follow lockout, tag-out procedures. Clean machines and put away tools. Electrical safety. Keep heaters and furnaces clear. Inspect electrical cords before use. Don't overload outlets or circuits. Keep combustibles away from electrical equipment. Keep electrical equipment clean. Marine, jetty, safety. Assessing the jetty's condition by inspecting the structure and monitoring for wear. Personal safety equipment and practices by wear bright gear, coverall, using life jackets, and avoid lone working. Environmental awareness such as checking the forecast, be mindful of tide heights and avoid swimming or diving. Follow marine and jetty rules as per the Port Authority and Company Management System. In conclusion, emergency preparedness is not optional, it's essential. At Al Masood Energy, protecting lives, property, and the environment is a top priority. Preparedness is a shared responsibility. From top management to every employee and contractor, everyone has a role in ensuring a timely, coordinated response during emergencies. Training and awareness are the foundation of effective emergency response. Mock drills, hazard identification, and role-based training empower teams to act decisively and safely. Communication saves lives. Clear, prompt communication between response teams, workers, and external agencies ensures the right actions are taken quickly. Continuous improvement is key. Every drill, real-life incident, and debrief offers lessons. Al Masood Energy is committed to learning from these and updating the EPR plan regularly. Together, we build a culture of safety. One that's proactive, prepared, and always improving.
Let's continue working together to make a positive impact and drive excellence across our organization. Following this awareness session, please take a moment to complete the training evaluation questionnaire. Kindly submit your responses to HSE department for our records. Thank you.